Good morning. It's Melissa, and I'm here in my early morning studio, also known as my bed. Honestly, I am so sleepy this morning. I just want to go back to sleep. I spent all day at the Surgery Center yesterday because my dad was having foot surgery, so I was there with my mom hanging out. I got nothing done in the afternoon, but I did manage to get the podcast out yesterday. Yay! So today, I've got one of my little teeny tiny 2-inch by 2-inch ultra mini canvases, and I've been experimenting with, these are primed. I primed them with Watercolor Ground, which is a kind of gesso that is also known as absorbent ground. And I have been having so much fun doing my knot doodles. But the problem is that I've been using my Pigma Micron markers, but absorbent ground, watercolor ground, otherwise known as absorbent ground, sucks the ink, because it's very absorbent, sucks the ink right out of the markers and it dries them the heck out. So I thought, all right, let's try using pencil. So I've got this very old technical pencil. The clip has broken off of it, but it works. It functions just great. So I'm going to doodle with my pencil because why not? And we're just going to see how that goes. So how do we get over fear of the blank canvas? We make it unblank. You just start. Just start. Wow. I never know what is going to happen. All right, there's my doodle. It got very tangly. And now I'm going to go over that line because I love line variation. I'm not so crazy about monoline. I really like variegated line. And I am a big fan in my later, in this stage of my life, big fan of imperfectionism. I spent the first chunk of my life being a perfectionist, and I'm done with that. I am now an intentional imperfectionist because it is way more fun than being a perfectionist. If I turn my pencil, this is one of the things that's really cool about a pencil. Depending on which way I turn my pencil, it can be sharp or the edge of the lead can be sharp or flat. So that gives me even more variety to my line. So now I can decide, do I want to go in and do I want to fill in those spaces like this? Do I want to fill them in, or do I want to leave them open? This is a whole new experiment. I haven't done this before. Neither way is right or wrong. It's just a choice. And I'm just going to fill them in because, just pick one. I'm thinking right now of a wonderful calligrapher and calligraphy teacher I know named Peter Thornton, who many years ago when I was taking classes from him, he used to, and I think he still does, travel around the country and the world, and he would teach calligraphy workshops. Oh, here's another way, by the way, side tangent, that you can create variation with your pencil is you can change the pressure, the amount of pressure that you use, and depending on the hardness of the lead, and I think this is an HB lead, that will change how dark how dark or light, the color, the hue, how, how dark or light the effect you're getting is. So pencil's pretty cool. Anyway, so Peter, master calligrapher, was doing a whole bunch of pieces using the lowly pencil. And they were gorgeous. And by the amount of pressure he was putting on his strokes, he was getting these absolutely exquisite letters. And pencil is like the last thing that you would expect in a piece of finished, calligraphy that you would purchase for lots of money. You expect something made from a dip pen, or, something made of metal, or a quill. So he was having great fun making these pieces with pencil. So this is my homage to Peter Thornton. And I am quite enjoying this effect. And I'm not having to worry about my pencil getting sucked dry, because that doesn't happen with pencils. You don't have to worry about that. Different look from the pen. It's a softer look. The pen obviously has more of a hard edge. I'm really liking it. That's always fun. But it is definitely compositionally a little off balance, because it's coming very, very close to the edge there. So we've got to do something about this. All right, that's the first thing we're doing there. And maybe we'll do another one over here. When in doubt, draw antenna-like forms. Now, because pencil is easily smeared, this is where it can be useful to spray a fixative. And my favorite fixative, which I do not have in my early morning studio, is called, oh shoot, what's it called? I'm not going to remember it right offhand, but it is an alcohol-based fixative that's in my other studio, my real studio across the hallway. And it is completely non-toxic. It is based on rubbing alcohol. And I'll give this a spritz. And I wish I could remember the name of it. I can't remember the name of it. But I will give this a spritz with that and let it dry before I possibly before I move on with the watercolor. Because I think I'm going to stop, and I think you know what, I think I'll add maybe I'll add some floating, yeah, I'm going to add some floating balls over here. Because that feels fun. And fun is the name of the game. If it is not fun, then really there's no point. Oh, I'm really liking working with pencil. Super fun, super fun. And I don't have to struggle with a pen going bad. It just feels playful. All right, that is, ooh, and I'm sorry for going out of frame there. Tracy is here. Tracy says, I'm really wondering how the pencil will do with the watercolor marker if you use those two. So fixative and then watercolor. Aha, that's the plan. But I'm going to do that tomorrow. So stay tuned. This is today's contribution. I'm really delighted by it. It's always delightful when that happens because it doesn't always happen. So enjoy it when it does. I hope it inspires you to go get creating. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow.